Well, good afternoon, y'all. Welcome back to Apron Strings. It's been a month since I've done a food video, and I told y'all I wrote a thing in the community tab. I've had some kind of an allergic reaction, a rash. It's not shingles. I don't know what it is, but you can still see part of it on my arm. It itches like I'll get out. It's on my arms. It's been on my neck, up the side of my face. It's on my feet and ankles. It's much better. But I just haven't had the want to do anything but scratch, and I can't scratch. I've been to the regular doctor 3 times. I first went to the emergency clinic, then the regular doctor, and the dermatologist twice. And they haven't done anything to help it. It'll get better and it'll come back. I have no idea what it is, but it's miserable. But while it's better, well, I'm going to make hay while the sun's shining. So today, I got up wanting Mexican food, so I'm going to make a recipe called Walking Taco Casserole. And it's your typical ground beef, put in it whatever you want. I'm putting onion, and I don't have any bell pepper. Can you believe that? I'm going to put onion in it and garlic. And you get that cooked and put your taco seasoning in it. And then there's ingredients that we layer and bake it in the oven until the cheese is bubbly. Quick and easy, and it's very good. So let me get the fire on under the skillet, and I'm going to get my onion in and get it kind of wilted, and then I'm going to add my ground beef. I've got a little bit of olive oil in the skillet. My ground beef is grain fed, and so it's gonna be dry. So I'm going to add the oil. That helps that also. I'm just going to make sure. See, I'm just wanting to scratch. I'm just going to be sure that I wilt my onions, and I put a half of a big onion, which is about a half a cup chopped. I'm going to let that wilt down, and then we'll get the beef in, and I'll bring y'all back in just a little bit, and we'll get a casserole in the oven. Okay, my onions have wilted, and some of them have started to caramelize a little bit. So I'm going to put my beef in and get it browned. And it's a 1 pound package of grain-fed beef. Just break it up in there a little bit. I hope I have some lettuce. I know I've got tomato. I'm going to spread some lettuce on top of mine where it'll be more like a weird taco. When I get it all finished. Now the chips that you put in the pan, you can use Doritos, plain or flavored, or Fritos. I'm going to use some Fritos, and if I don't have enough, then I'll use some Doritos with it. Just going to get this broken up, brown it, and I'll be back when it's all ready. I went ahead and added the other half of that big onion, so I put 1 large big onion, and I put a heaping tablespoon of minced garlic. I buy that big jar at Costco that's already minced, and sure saves a lot of time, and it doesn't go bad before I use it all. So the little bitty stuff is the minced garlic, and I'm going to let this cook a little bit more, and then we'll be ready to layer the casserole, and I'll be eating for long. I have been working in the garden some. When I get too hot, I start itching and have to come in. But I'm going to do a video hopefully this weekend or before and show y'all what it looks like. It's all planted, and I'll tell you about everything when I go out there with the camera. Right now I'm cooking a casserole, and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I need to add a package of taco mix, taco seasoning, but I'm just gonna, I buy it in the big old things at Sam's or Costco. So I'm gonna add 3 tablespoons. I don't know how much equals one of those packages, but that looks good to me. Just get it blended in well. The thing about this is, this and a lot of the casseroles I make, You can brown your beef, put your onions and garlic and bell pepper or whatever in it, freeze it, and when you get ready to come in a hurry and make you a casserole, your meat's already done. So basically it's assembly and melt the cheese and you've got your meal on the table. This is another one that freezes well, but it's so quick and easy to make. It's just the main thing is getting your meat done. Get the camera moved back so we can get it assembled. The first thing I'm going to do is just kind of crush my Fritos a little bit. And just crushed them up, noise and all. And I'm going to sprinkle them in the bottom of the pan. Y'all can't see real good, but it's just, I just covered the bottom of the pan with them. So next I'm going to put half of the meat in. Get me something to just scoop it up and put it in there. Move it around. I'm going to do, let's see, it's the Fritos and the meat, and then I've got a can of drained black beans and a can of whole kernel corn. So I'm just going to put half of the beans in on top of the meat. If you don't like black beans, you can use pintos or whatever you think you would rather have. This is adding some protein to it. It's already got protein in it, but half the beans, half the corn, now you do 1 cup of sour cream and you put half of it in just like I'm doing, and it's smearing around and sticking to your corn and beans, but that's okay. Get that off the fire, I forgot. Now you could soften a half a block, like 4 ounces of, or even a whole one of sour cream and mix cream cheese and mix it with this, and it would be delicious. Cream cheese and sour cream melted together, oh my, it's so good. So now I got a little bit more to use half, so I'll put some right over here. Okay, now we've got to put grated cheese, and I'm using the Mexican blend cheese. If we're going to walk with this, we're going to have it good and cheesy. Call for 2 cups, so that's about a cup. Now I'm going to sprinkle the rest of my Fritos in. And you don't have to layer it like this. You could just put all Fritos on the bottom. I like it all mixed up together. And I'm going to put a little bit more cheese on top of those Fritos. I like cheese. Y'all know that. I measure with my heart, not a measuring cup usually. Okay, now again we're going to put the rest of the meat. And if you like it real meaty, well, you can do more than 1 pound. But for me, I love those 1 pound packages. I don't have to worry about having too much. Well, I freeze it if I do a 2 pound bag. I've got some that I bought that's in 2 pound packages, and I just go ahead and do 2 pounds and freeze part of it like I was telling y'all. But the 1 pound is pretty full for lots of stuff. Let me check my oven. I had it on and I heard it ding, so what did it do? Oh, I hadn't set my timer yet. I'm just going to set it for 30 minutes, and in a minute I'll have my casserole over there in it. Okay, I'm going to add I think I'll do my corn next. Pretty too when you get the stuff in there. I started to drain me some tomatoes, diced tomatoes, put in here. But I can put salsa on it if I want to. There's so much you could add to it if you wanted to. No use going into all of it, but there's a lot we could do to it. Okay, I'm going to put the rest of the sour cream around as far as it'll go. I may get my sour cream back out and get a little bit more because I run out. I don't have it everywhere, but I guess that's okay because I'm going to put cheese on top. I guess I'll do what they say. Sometimes I mind them, sometimes I don't. Now I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of taco seasoning on top of that. Ain't going to come out that way. I'll have to do it like this. Because I want it to be seasoned really well. And it didn't call for any salt and pepper, so we'll just add a little seasoning. And of course I'm going to sprinkle my usual onion and garlic powder on top. Garlic. Onion, and I want a little bit of black pepper. See, and that's why y'all watch the videos. Because sometimes I add to what the recipe card calls for. And you want a pan. Okay, I'm going to get it in a 350-degree oven until it's hot and bubbly. Then I'm going to let it set a little bit where I can dip some out. And I'm going to eat, but I'm bring y'all back and show you. Okay, y'all, I got it out of the oven and I'm going to let it cool a little bit. And then I'm going to cut it and show you what it looks like. And I'm going to sit down and have lunch. I'll be back in a little bit. See my plate? I already had a little sneak peek bite, but it was hot. So I'm going to have another bite since it's cooled down a little bit. That is so good. This is a good, quick and easy meal for y'all to make. I didn't have any lettuce, or I would have put it on a bed of lettuce with some cut up tomatoes on top of it. But every time I make something that I hadn't made in a long time, it's like brand new. So now I'm going to put this in my rotation. What's left I'm going to share with the neighbor if they want some. Otherwise I'll portion it up and freeze it, and I can bring it out for meals for me later. I'm going to try to do a video of the garden, maybe tomorrow, I'm not sure, but by the weekend. Let y'all see my beds are all cleaned out. But I've had some kind of a critter, I think I told y'all. If I did, oh well. Just dig the whole clump of my tomato up, or whole clump of basil or peppers, and then just do dirt everywhere. So a lot of places, my pea gravel, I'm going to have to top it off again because it's got dirt on top of it. But my little neighbor's helping me. He set a catch-em trap. It got in it last night and dug out. I don't know how it got out of that trap. So he's going to do a game camera and reset the trap tonight and see if we can figure out what it is. I think it's probably a coon, because it's climbing up in my 31-inch, 29, 30-inch beds. And a possum I don't think could do that, and I don't think an armadillo could. And I don't think a squirrel would be out there at night having a buffet. So I don't know. Got a lot of big white oak acorns everywhere, and it could be a squirrel digging for an acorn, but they wouldn't just dig where my tomato plants are or my basil. They would just dig. And they're definitely going to the roots of the plants. So anyway, I got them all poked back in the ground, patted down and prayed for, and I'll show y'all the garden, and I just pray I have a good yield this year. So I'll see y'all again real soon with a garden video. The good Lord bless you.